How did Mill and Leibniz contribute to psychology in the 19th century? John Stuart Mill was also a philosopher and an economist in the 1800s. He is well known for his rejection of commonly held attitudes about women at the time. He actually introduced a voting rights bill to Parliament in 1866 and was a big supporter of the education movement in the mid-1800s. In 1843, he published what is one of his most well-known works in the field of psychology, A System of Logic. Mill had some ideas about how principles from the natural sciences could be applied to ideas in psychology, not only legitimizing the field, but also contributing to an all-around better understanding of human psychology. Here are three of Mill's principles. The method of agreement looks for common elements in multiple cases or multiple events of some phenomena. The method of difference looks for an element that is present when an event occurs, but not present when that event does not occur. His method of concomitant variation was an early version of correlations, the idea that two variables can increase together and decrease together, and that we can represent that relationship in an abstract form. Let's look at an example. Imagine we predict that having a flower garden will reduce stress. Using the method of agreement, we would expect everyone, or nearly everyone, who has a garden to have low levels of stress. Using the method of difference, we would expect everyone, or nearly everyone, without a garden to have high levels of stress. So it's that idea that when the garden is not present, the outcome, low levels, is also not present. So in the absence of a garden, a human would have high levels of stress. The final philosopher we'll talk about today is Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz. He was a German philosopher and mathematician. He is best known for publishing his ideas about different levels of awareness. He was one of the first to label unconscious perception. He called it petite perception, the idea that we can perceive things without actually being aware that we're perceiving them. He called the highest level of awareness hyper awareness, being in the moment and perceiving all that is around you. He called that the apperception. He also argued that the human mind has innate properties that allow us to be truly human and experience the world in the way that we experience it. He said that only animals are truly born as blank slates. He did not believe that humans were completely blank. He suggested the human mind is more like veined marble, and I have a picture here of veined marble. He said that the veins in the marbling represent our innate predispositions. You can start to see how their ideas were birthing the ideas that we all learn about readily in our psychology classes today.